Movie starts with Tony's press conference from the end of the first movie, but it's different in several spots.
In a suit that conveniently appeared, despite the fact that you historically despise bodyguards.
Yes.
What news conference would cut away to a shot of all the reporters listening to Tony Stark during the middle of it? Also, don't quite remember there being a camera pointed away from Tony during the press conference. Mickey Rourke looks older than the guy playing his sick and dying dad.
Because I haven't come across anyone who's man enough to go toe-to-toe with me on my best day.
On subpar days, I'm actually quite beatable. Tony changes clothes between the stage and backstage. A hush went over the crowd at Rhodey's alarming weight loss and substantial plastic surgery work since his last public appearance.
I believe that's North Korea.
See, Transformers? Iron Man knows what kind of threat North Korea is. The C-SPAN YouTube channel misspelled the word capital in the title of the video. Also, 1.8 million views, but only 10 ratings? That's clearly a case of someone buying views, right? That view count is totally artificially inflated.
There's only about 8,011 things that I really need to talk to you about.
Damn, if she'd only had 990 more, it would have been
Over 9,000!
Stark's mirror image doesn't match the real Stark's movements. I'm pretty sure that the Monaco Grand Prix track officials would not allow him to drive this car for any reason. Despite Tony being in love with her and her being the CEO and, you know, a woman, Happy still inexplicably takes Pepper with him on his car trip straight to where the fighting is happening. This is a pretty suicidal way to bring Tony his suit. You know these guys are driving 220 miles per hour in the opposite direction, right? Also, once a guy gets on the track throwing around lightning whips, don't you think these drivers would be told to stop the race? So wait, Ivan's plan was to use his whips at the Monaco Grand Prix because he somehow knew Tony Stark was going to replace his driver at the last minute? Vanko can hit his target when it's a race car going 200 miles an hour, but not when his targets are stationary and right in front of him. It's also nice of Vanko to wait patiently and not kill anyone with his whip while this portable Iron Man suit takes several seconds to attach itself to Stark. Oh good, glad the CRS crew is here now. Wait, couldn't one of them have shot this guy sooner?
You could double up your rotations. Focus the repulsor energy through ionized plasma channels. It's effective.
Sure, just tell the bad guy how to kill you better next time. Why isn't this guard already trying to beat Ivan to a pulp right now for not being in his cell? I guess no one will ask questions about where this prisoner went and why there was a dead guard in the middle of the jail when they wrap up the case of Ivan's mysterious death. Why didn't the dirty guards let Ivan know what the plan was before he started stupidly walking around the jail with no clue? Is Jarvis assisting both of these guys or just Stark? Who does Rhodey talk to inside his suit? 2 metal men in a boxing ring and not one Rock'em Sock'em Robots reference? I mean, the filmmakers aren't taking this movie seriously, so how'd they miss that?
I paid for a colossal donut, and I'm gonna get a colossal donut.
Howard Stark is a madman. There's a little bit of Roger Sterling in this guy. I wonder if Howard Stark was also banging Joan. Okay, I'm done now.
People are relying on you to be Iron Man, and you've disappeared. And
couldn't have said it better myself. We came to see Iron Man, and what we get is 2 short action scenes, 1 big finale, and tons of masturbatory Avengers references.
Dead for almost 20 years. Still taking me to school.
Well, you said earlier he was cold and distant and didn't have time for you, so I doubt he was ever schooling you. Unless you mean literally taking you to school as in...
We're talking about a guy whose happiest day was when he shipped me off to boarding school.
Why does this beam of unexplained makeup burn through concrete and steel, but not the cables just to the left of this triangle holding thing? Why does Vanko keep zipping and unzipping his sweatshirt throughout this scene? Tony mutes the call with Vanko so he can talk to Jarvis without Vanko hearing, but then carries on talking to both of them without using the mute button anymore.
Hash it out.
Unassemble the suit while you're at it, put it together.
In the first movie, it took 5 hours for a suit to be assembled. Even if Tony has gotten much more efficient, this second movie makes it feel like he can just print out suits in mere minutes. Movie shrugs its shoulders about all the people who surely died from falling shards of glass.
Tony, I'm locked on. I have target lock. On what? On you!
Couldn't Rhodes just have said, "My suit is target locked on you," without being coy? No one gets hurt or killed when the world-class ammunition breaks through the observatory tower glass. This drone manages to crash land without hitting one person in a large crowd of people. Iron Man takes his sweet-ass time saving this kid who might be blown to bits any second.
Listen, a pack just peeled off. They're headed back to the expo. Got it.
Why would Vanko take control of Rhodey's suit but still leave him able to talk to Stark on the comm?
Coming in on you. Let's get this away from the expo.
You're just now thinking of this?
watch the road.
Car does not include driver's side lap dance. Drone 303 is shot down here, and then the tracking system indicates it's actually here that it gets shot down, and oh yeah, Drone 305 was destroyed at some point too. How is this guy planning to attack Natasha? Was he hoping to catch her by surprise by hiding in this closed doorway in plain view?
I'm reading significantly higher output, and your vitals all look...
How is Romanoff able to read Stark's vitals from Vanko's computer?
Well, don't stay down here. This is the worst place to be.
Even though Tony says the drones will arrive any second, he and Rhodes still waste 15 seconds bickering about who should stand where. Why doesn't Vanko just have all the drones fire all the missiles as soon as they land, instead of dramatically pausing for several tense seconds? Couldn't Tony just have done this in the first place?
Oh, I think you should lead with that next time.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, boss. I can only use it once. It's a one-off.
Yeah, that's funny, Tony. That was the one time to use it, face, when you're surrounded. Okay, so the first Iron Man movie had some bad guy making his own Iron Man suit, and then the climax is a big Iron Man versus Iron Man thing. The second movie has a bad guy making his own Iron Man suit, and then the climax is a big Iron Man versus an Iron Man thing. If the Mandarin has his own Iron Man suit in Iron Man 3, they'll have the trifecta. Okay, so any sensible person would have taken off flying the very second Vanko's chest piece started blinking red, but instead Iron Man and Rhodey have to pause and then have a chat about it. Also, if Vanko's so smart as to set up a failsafe measure in the self-destruct thing, then why is he so dumb as to set it on a 30-second delay, giving Tony and Rhodes plenty of time to get away? Look, I know the last time Tony saw Pepper was right here, and then the building is evacuated, and then she tells this cop she's gonna stay, but Tony doesn't know that, so how does he know to fly to this exact place to save her at the last minute?
I heard the whole thing.
You should get lost.
I was here first.
I was here first? Heard the whole thing? This is a random roof in the middle of Queens. What made you go here of all places?
Yes.
I want my bird.
A bird. You want a bird?
I want my bird.
Get your bird. Get your 10 birds.
I want my bird.
Are we talking about? Is this a bird back in Russia?
We got you the bird, pal.
This is not my bird.
What do you mean? That's the bird. This is the bird. Yeah. Pulled a lot of streets to get this bird.
It's a beautiful.
We got this. This is a great bird.
This is not my bird.
Even if it's not the bird, I mean, this is a gorgeous bird. I like you. I got you the bird. Hey, there he is. It's the bird man. Oh, now you like the bird. Is that your bird? You love that bird, don't you? You know what? Take the bird. I took your stuff. How's that make you feel?
Sir, we found it.